We're growing veganism in Indianapolis.
Turia Slack.
Derek Slack. And this was our dream. We wanted a cafe.
#1 vegan food truck.
That meal is fire!
Who said vegans can't melt cheese?
Black Leaf Vegan. We love to travel.
Cape Town, Johannesburg, Paris, Ghana,
London. We want to educate the community on living a healthy, wealthy lifestyle.
And we are
Home with the Slack.
Welcome, guys. My name is Turia Slack.
My name is Derek Slack.
And we are
Home with the Slack. So we are a family. We're vegan. We have 3 beautiful daughters. We have a business. What's the business called?
Black Leaf Vegan.
Black Leaf Vegan, Indianapolis, y'all. 335 West 9th Street. Anyway, I ain't trying to plug that. We're just trying to plug our family because we are more than just at home.
Or vegan.
Or vegan?
Yeah.
We're vegan?
Yeah, more than that.
What is vegan?
No animal products. No milk products.
That ain't what it means to me.
Dairy. It means starving to you.
No, vegan means health. Just recently went to the doctor, got my scans, and I have a body of a 22-year-old and the mind of like an infant. But anyway.
Yes.
I'm in my 40s. I'm 47 years old. Damn, this is a black house. That
is crazy.
Well, that makes it home. People are like, y'all ain't rented no Airbnb or nothing. But anyway, we have a business, Black Leaf Vegan, and it is one of the premier vegan cafes in Indianapolis.
Recently, we just got a grant from Kevin Hart for his $10,000, and we're super excited and want to say thank you to. And
for the record, we've never met Kevin Hart, and we would like to.
Yet.
Kevin Hart, if you listen to this, which I doubt, can you come to Indianapolis and just try our food that your money is helping grow? We're growing, veganism in Indianapolis, but veganism to me, as I was saying, means health. It means changing my mindset and my lifestyle to be more conducive to being more intentional about what I do with my body. Black Leaf Vegan Cafe is different because, number one, we're a family-owned restaurant. We bootstrapped it. We built it from the ground up with our own money. Mm-hmm. We also want to educate the community on living a healthy and wealthy lifestyle. And veganism is a vehicle to do that.
Right. All right. Also, it's about being creative. And I think it's just about like art. It's an outlet for me. So it's a way to express myself where I can be whatever I want to be in the kitchen. And I think that it makes you a better chef because you have to start cooking with color. You start to have to be more intentional about what you choose to put in your body because this is an investment. So I think that us designing our cafe around you investing in the best thing you can do for your body. We discovered that a lot of things we kept finding out were not just about genetics. It was more about habits and how we cook and how we express ourselves through food. I think food is very important in our culture and many cultures, but how we express them can be very unhealthy sometimes. And I think that to me, it's kind of a trauma because unfortunately my father passed away of prostate cancer, and it took me to a place where like, wow, like a wake up reality check and a perspective, because he gave me something that was the best gift, which was like, I need to control something. What can I control? My health. And my health would be the food that I intake. So what I cook for my family, how I cook for my family is very important. So I decided, Derek, let's watch this movie called What the Health. We're not advertising that, but we watched it and we finally watched it together. We threw away all of our food. Well, he threw away all of our food, and we starved for 2 weeks. We ate chocolate. We ate processed foods. We ate a lot of different things.
Oreos are vegan.
Yes, we ate a lot of Oreos, and then we said we can't do this, and this is a fail. And we went back to eating the way we were accustomed to eating because it was a habit. And it was like the detergent that you buy, probably because your family bought the same detergent. So we decided,
Pause.
don't even. I am not going to go there with him. Whatever. Uh, inside joke. Sorry. I used to buy.
Let me share it. So
Oh,
when we
you're
first
so
had
stank.
our oldest, Zyla, she would go and buy this very, very, very expensive detergent called Dreft. It is horrible for your skin.
Good
It's
for
horrible for babies.
kids.
It's marketed for kids. She was like, "This is marketed for kids." I was like, "Let's get the other one, the free, the clear stuff, and just wash our clothes. It's just detergent. They have to smell like a certain way. I mean, we
It
had
does smell really
arguments about this,
good.
and the
Yes, we
stuff was
had lots of
9
arguments.
times. I'm not kidding you.
It
9
was.
times as much as regular detergent, and it had harmful dyes in it.
I'm gonna
It
say it
had crazy
one more
perfumes.
time. He was right this one time, okay?
This is recorded.
But
You know that.
I don't care. This
Say I'm
one
right.
time. Now that I look back at it again, it's about habits. What you're used to. My mom bought it for my sister, my brother, so I bought it because I thought it was what we needed. And again, just makes my point even better is that the fact that the habits that we have or that we carry on sometimes are just things that we think are helpful from our family when they may not be helpful. And so my father passed away. We decided we were going to change our diet, and we did it after 2 years of kind of failing and stumbling and getting back up again and eating sugar again because we were like, we threw away all of our white sugar. Yeah, that was probably not the best way to go about it. But we finally decided to do transition steps. So we decided to take the dairy out, the yogurt, the ice cream that I love, and mac and cheese. And then we decided to move on to some of the sugars because my husband and my middle love a little bit of sugar. And then we went to let's take off the meat. And last thing we left was probably tuna and cod. And we're like, we're good now. We're like 8 years and a half later, so we did a good job.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, my husband.
No, don't be giving away secrets. What you do is give yourself grace if you ever slip.
That's right.
That's all.
That's
So,
right.
fast forward. We, as educators, we want to educate the community on this. And why should we hoard the information that we have? And as we're transitioning, we're feeling great. We're looking good. We're looking better. And it's not just about what you eat. It's about how you live. It's about what you think.
Mhm.
And it's also about exercising, all those things. So we decided to, in our travels, in our vast travels, we saw some vegan places, and we said, if they can do that, we can open up our own. So we borrowed a grill from our brother-in-law, shout out,
Thank you.
and went to like a festival in the middle of the pandemic. This was
Yes,
July
you
of 2020. Went to like one of those pop-up things, got a grill, put some vegan burgers on. People loved it because we invented this thing called black beef sauce.
No. Don't
You,
press. No, reverse.
she can
No,
put that
go back.
little.
Go back. No. It started actually. Yes, we're at a cafe.
Oh, no, we got a
One of
cafe
our
now.
friends, and he was doing his own thing, and he was doing great in the cul-de-sac kitchen. And we were sitting at his table, and we are talking to our friend Juana, and she was like, "I don't want to call it Black Leaf Vegan." And we were like, "Oh, okay." Then
Oh,
we eventually curved out, and she did the Black Veg Fest, which was very successful. And then we did our own thing. We did start with the bar grill though, and we did go to a festival, and we sat behind Chef Dan with his big food truck, and we were like in awe, like, wow, it looks so much more easier than taking all this stuff out of the truck and unloading it. Yeah, we
bought a food truck from a friend of a friend.
Yes.
And renovated it, and Black Leaf was born.
Yeah.
And we took that trailer that we renovated, and we decided to do something crazy. We decided to go to the Indiana State Fair that's full of pork and
ribs, barbecue. What else was that? Right down from us.
If you ever been to the State Fair of anywhere, you know ain't no vegans there. So we decided to be the vegans.
Right. Not even fries. I mean, ice cream, which I love. So it was amazing. Like the first time I was like, first of all, it's another time I doubted him. I was like, we're not gonna get in the state fair. I don't even know why you're trying this. But he was like, yeah, we're going to get in the state fair. I was like, that sounds really complicated.
Everybody kept saying it's
So,
going to be too expensive. That's why no one's ever done it. It's
yeah,
too expensive. It's do this. They're going to charge too much. And
it's doubt.
it cost this much to get into the state fair. Zero.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of when you want to do something, you got to find out a way. You can't be prejudiced for your own dreams. You have to take your dreams and say, educate yourself on every aspect of it and say, how can I get in? If this is my dream, there's got to be a way that I can get in it.
Right.
And this was our dream. We wanted a cafe, and we thought the entry point was a food truck. And
That was really what we wanted. It's freedom. Freedom of our time, freedom of how we spend our time and who we spend it with and what we spend it on. That's really the basis of what we want in our entire relationship is that freedom to be able to do what we want and not have to wait. Because I think that waiting can cause even more problems. I think that as we've had jobs, we've seen a lot of our friends pass away trying to wait to have freedom. So I think that
they'll
was a big
retire.
thing.
6 months later, they're
Pass
no longer
away.
living.
Yeah, or don't even get to retire. So
Or don't get a chance to enjoy life. But that's what that E is about, that experience. It's 5 of us, and we all own the business. Our girls are 14, 11, and 9. And they are integral parts of our company and our business. And they help make decisions about the direction of what we want to do. And that's what home with the Slacks is all about. Not only are you going to be in our home, but you're also going to be home. And home is an acronym that we've created as a family that stands for health, opportunity, money, and experience. And that experience part is very important to us because if you're not healthy, you won't have the opportunities. If you don't have the money, you won't have the experiences that you want in life. And we love to travel. Where have we been?
South Africa, Cape Town, Johannesburg, Zimbabwe, Paris, Ghana,
London, Bahamas, Jamaica, Cuba,
Canada.
Thailand.
Canada is our favorite. Yeah, one of our favorites.
Well, wait a minute. She
That's 8 hours
hasn't
away.
been to Thailand yet. I've been to Thailand, and I took my middle child to Thailand. We have a tradition in our family, which we'll get into as you learn more about our family, but it's called the 10 trip. When our daughters turn 10 years old, they get to choose anywhere on the planet they want to go, a solo trip with dad. And then when they get 13,
they get to get a trip with mom, and we have fun because we relax. On his trip, it's adventure. So, we get to.
what's wrong with adventure? You said it like it's a curse word. Adventure is part of experience.
It's so much
I like
fun.
to have experiences.
No, adventure is fun. It's but for me, it's about reconnecting with my child and really figuring out, what can I as a parent help you with? How can I guide you? How can I do better for you? So then that you are productive and you are living in this world where you feel like you're safe. So I think that as we have individual times with our kids, I think it's awesome. But then the 16 trip is fantastic too because we both get to have that time with that one individual child. I think that sometimes we get distracted and we have to do things as a family unit sometimes. And sometimes I think that can be a lot for one child to be able to express themselves. My middle child is very, like, when she gets in the car by herself without her other two, she just starts talking and a lot. So I think that that individual time is very purposeful. So
Biggest lesson I learned on my 2 10 trips that I've had so far is that my girls are awesome. And what I want to do, there's a lot of studies out there about your worldview being sort of cemented by the time you're 12 years old.
mm-hmm.
And if I can catch it at 10 to let them know how to navigate the world, how to see the world, their worldview would be much more expansive.
Mm-hmm.
So these 10 trips have taught me that my girls can fit in a world that maybe necessarily wasn't designed for them, but they can make their way and understand of how to, that the world is beautiful, that the world, that they belong in it. The 13 trip, that relaxed trip, I don't know. She went to Jamaica with our 13-year-old, and I'm a little
He was jealous because we got to get in the sun. It was amazing. I think that a mom tagged along on this trip, and I think she really got to hit that adventure spot too, because my mom is very, very adventurous, even though she's a little older. And my daughter got to really express who she is to me. So it was awesome for me just to dive into her personality to figure out who is Zyla and what does Zyla really need and how does Zyla like to have fun. And sometimes it's just laying in the bed and like, surfing the web. Sometimes it is going out on the paddle boat and doing sailing because she's went to sailing trips before. So I think that really learning about the individual child is hugely important. And I don't think we do enough of that as a society. So
Yeah.
they go to school. We really wish we could road school our kids. We're just in between would it work for our family unit or not, and especially because we own our new cafe. So
I think, I've been a teacher for 22 years. I've taught in New York, taught in Indianapolis, New Jersey, taught overseas. Um, I'm very much a proponent of school. However, I think there's a distinct difference between school and education. There is a distinct difference. And what we're providing our children is education. And sometimes you have to sacrifice the school in order to get an education. So when we take them out of school for these trips, it it is an educational journey. Number one, I'm a licensed teacher, so they're going to be with an educator. She's an educator as well, so it's
Us unlearning a little bit, I think, is because we dive into the culture of where we're at. We don't stay in typical places. We are a little bougie, but we don't stay in typical places, I think. And
needs to be bougie. You need to define it because we have a wide audience.
right, right. Um, define. I think that for us, I think it is about really figuring out what the culture is for that area that we're exploring, and figuring out how we can dive into that culture, extract some pieces from that culture, and bring them back home, and also use them for our own life lessons. So I think that our kids are learning about different places and different people, different cultures, and they're also gaining that experience and taking it back home, and they're expressing to other friends that don't get to have these opportunities or that have had other opportunities, and they get to have relations, with each other and talk to each other. Like, hey, I went here, I went to Paris, I went to France, and this is what I discovered. I think that my kids also get to learn a little more about history too, because we went to South Africa and we learned a lot about classism. And we know America has grown a lot, but we also realize a lot of areas in South Africa that need a little more growing. So our kids really got to see that and were like, oh, wow, and relate to it and compare it to back home. So I think that we are doing a little unlearning for our kids.
Yeah, and also, so for my oldest daughter's 10 trip, we went to Ghana. And in Ghana, you can see abundance. You see abundance of the sun, you see abundance of resources, of vegetation, but you also see, you know, the 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 abundance of poverty, and abject poverty at that. And when my daughter looked upon that, it's very, if you don't look below the surface, or if you don't give them a lens to look deeper, all you'll see is like, wow, these people are poor. But as she was interacting with them and as she was sharing herself and they were sharing themselves, she realized these people are way richer than what she was at the time, because they have a concept of family, of a concept of home. They have a concept of what wealth means to them isn't the material, but it's more of what's inside of you.
Right.
And how do you share that with your family? Our kids are definitely spoiled in a manner that is going to empower them. And what we are working on right now is, just trying to share with our communities that we have that you can raise spoiled kids. And spoiled for us, just like home, is an acronym that is, they're savers, producers, owners, uh, investors, leaders, entrepreneurs, and disciplined. They're all these things.
I knew about the investment part, see?
And it's both of us. She has a marketing degree. I have an education degree. So it's, we're using our gifts that we have, that we share with everyone else, share with corporations, share with schools, but we're sharing with our community and we're sharing with our children.
Yes.
So I want to combine our travel. When we travel, there's not a lot of vegan options available, especially in airports. Maybe we should go to the airport. We should open a Black Leaf Vegan Cafe at the airport. Interesting. Anyway, there's not a lot of vegan stuff, so we have to actually hunt for vegan things. So we decided to say, hey, like that book, the Green Book, where Black people had to navigate, sort of travel places. We want to create like sort of a travel vlog of 10,000 miles around this world, where people can find vegan options no matter where they go.
We can come with you.
And we're gonna take our crew. We're gonna take we're gonna take you guys with us,
Right.
and along for the journey, because I know travel is not for everybody, and there's some anxiety that's in it. We want to debunk some of the myths
I
of
get
travel.
anxiety every time I get on the plane.
I get on
But
the
it's
plane.
okay. I
and
know
go to
I know
sleep.
there's a place that I'm gonna go. It's a place. Yeah, he goes to sleep on me while I'm over there having an anxiety attack. Yeah, he's really nice.
So we want to take you guys with us. So go ahead, hit a like, subscribe, so you can be involved in our glory. No, it's right here. No, it's right there.
Okay, right there.
Come along with us. Hashtag 10,000 miles and vegan, black leaf, all these things. Find us, support us. And Kevin Hart, if you're listening,
Come eat with us, or we're gonna come eat with you, heart to heart.
heart to heart.
Find us at Instagram, Facebook, TikTok at Black Leaf Vegan.